So we're going to go through a few slides and talk about what's going on in the picture. This cat is curious or interested. Her whiskers are forward. Her eyes are round, but her pupils are normal. Her body is relaxed. It's not super tense. And in this situation, before I reached in and pet her, what I would probably do is distract her, see if she talking to her distracts her from whatever she's observing or interested in, and see if she wants to engage. This you can kind of see there's a window frame there, and she's looking out a window. So more than likely, this cat is a cat that you are going to be able to engage with. What's going on with this cat? Well, if we observe behavior, we're looking at this cat and we see that the head is down and they're not meeting our gaze. They're not looking at us. Their tail is wrapped around their paw. They're tucked into a corner. Their behavior indicates that they're timid, reserved, maybe not feeling well, right? I remember a cat with a tail wrapped might not feel well. Their whiskers are even back, if you look at their whiskers. The best move is to talk with the cat and see if it responds or reacts before trying to interact. I can tell you for sure this cat was a cat I'd been working with for a long time in the shelter. He'd been there for quite a while. He was a senior cat who came in what we considered unthrifty condition. So he'd been there for quite a while, and we do know that cats that are at the shelter for the longer they're there, the more likely they're going to get a kitty cold or upper respiratory infection. And in context, in the moment, the other thing that I could tell was going on with this cat was that it was very congested and had snot in its nose. So this was a sick cat for sure. But regardless, because the cat is timid or exhibiting behavior that is not positive, engaging, confident, relaxed, best move is to talk to the cat and see if it responds or reacts before interacting. Part of the work that we do at the shelter, by the way, as volunteers, because we're interacting with the cats a lot, is that we are listening for things like and looking for things like illness. And we're reporting that either on the cage chart or to a staff member. And that can often get that cat treatment much sooner than if a staff member coming by manages to observe it during their observation times. So it's really important to be in tune with that. What's going on with this cat? Well, if we look at the cat, its ears are pretty relaxed. Its eyes are almond shaped and pupils centered. Its whiskers are neutral. Its body seems pretty relaxed. It seems interested and engaged. The best move is to talk to the cat and use the best petting practices. So I would talk to this cat and say, "Hey, kitty, are you how are you doing?" I would use my fist. We use our fist when we first greet cats, so we'll go into that a little bit later why, but it's a very safe way to greet a cat, and if that cat was interested, they would nudge my hand. It's important to just kind of take a moment and say, this is the same cat from the previous slide, 2 weeks later after treatment for upper respiratory infection. So you can see the difference between a sick cat and a healthy cat. So what's going on with this cat? Well, this one's a little tricky. His eyes are almond shaped, pupils are normal and centered. His body is actually pretty relaxed. His whiskers are pretty neutral, but his head is tilted back or away. And his expression, if you look at it and think about it, his expression indicates disgust. Disgust is something that it's a behavior that you can observe. You'll often see it with food that they don't like the smell of, but it can be any kind of behavior that they respond to with disgust. In this case, this cat was a two-handed petter. He wanted to be pet with both hands, and I had the audacity to stop and try to take a picture for the website, and he didn't like that. He knocked my phone out of my hand and was back to two-handed petting right after this. So disgust is something that we can observe and actually respond to. What's going on with this cat? Well, this one's a little bit tricky. His eyes are almond shaped and his pupils are normal. His gaze is fixated. He's staring at something. His ears are very alert, high up on his head. And if you look closely, his body weight is forward. And he's ready to lunge. Best move is to be alert. Fixated gaze and forward weight indicates the cat could lunge and bite or swat. In this case, I can put it into context. This cat wanted the treats that we would give away, but he was very cage aggressive. He was very cage protective of his space, and he did not want you to reach in and touch him. But put those treats down at the front of the cage, and he was a happy camper. What's going on with this cat? Well, let's look at what's going on. The ears are alert. The eyes are round, but their pupils are constricted. So remember, constricted pupils are 100% due to light filtration, and when that's going on, we don't know if the cat is, what's going on with the cat based on their eyes. All right, so we can't lean into the eyes. The mouth is open and the teeth are exposed, probably some vocalization going on there, and the whiskers are forward. So the alert ears, the whiskers forward, the mouth open, it's going to make me pause and evaluate the situation before interacting. It's possible that this cat is 100% fine to reach down and pet, but if I remember correctly, he was hyper alert, and it was best to just let him wander the room and get some energy out versus actually reaching down and petting him.